What is Tamlin?
Tamlin? Oy. Feel like he's true neutral.
Avoids taking sides.
Believes in doing what seems best. But I don't think that he's evil, I think that's the thing that sucks about Tamlin the most, is that he is neutral.
Uh,
He's not fighting for good or evil, he's fighting for himself. That's neutral.
that's a good case for it.
He's
Yeah.
not fighting for a better world, but he's also only siding with Hybern to get what he wants out of it. So he's willing to lean into the bad. He's willing to lean into the good for whatever it does for his own gain. That's neutral.
Damn. Okay.
And he has a little bit of a conscience, right? Believes what it seems best at the time, but he will not. I mean, and even when he is fighting for the war, I still think it's still pretty neutral. It's what was the best at the time. It's not great for him if Hybern wins the war. So he's going to side with Prithian. And that's why he and Elaine are mates.
Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Sam, and this is the Knit Ritz podcast.
This week we are doing an alignment chart, or we're talking about an alignment chart, and like fitting in what characters we think go in each category. This is, lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, and then all the vice verses of that. That's not a very good explanation of that, but
Oh, we'll get to it though.
Yeah. But let's start with our reading check-ins. So you finished Ruthless Boys
Yes.
last night?
Yes. At 2:00 in the morning.
And then you read how many pages the next? Well, you read the next day.
And then today I got up and started the Darkmoor Penitentiary series, and I am 50% through the first book.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, it's not that long. Like, it's, 550 pages or so. And Topher's like, oh yeah, no, it's only 500 pages. He's like, that's a book, Sam. Like, and I was like, that's a short book, bro. I was like, the last couple of books I've read are like 900 pages. Like 500, that's a quick read, buddy.
It kind of is, honestly.
But yeah, I very much enjoyed Ruthless Boys. It definitely has a Zodiac Academy vibe to it. And so far, I'm enjoying Darkmoor.
Nice, yeah.
I have a couple of I wish that they leaned in a little bit to the crossover stuff, right? I wish that they kind of addressed some of the things that happened in the other series, but I understand that they're designed to be read on their own. Like, you can read this one on your own without having read Ruthless Boys or Zodiac, and vice versa with all of them. But it is a little weird when they kind of skip over things that I'm like, well, why are you not addressing that this character did this other stuff in
X,
this
Y,
book?
and Z,
So, yeah. So it's in there, but I feel like it, I like those nods. I like knowing that that's where they come from. And so it's weird when it's just kind of not discussed as opposed to Easter egging it. So sometimes I wish it was a little bit more Easter eggy. But other than that, I'm enjoying it so far. I think I like Rosalie. She's an interesting character. Her story is definitely deeper than what you see in Zodiac, for sure.
Yeah.
And even more so, even though she plays a pretty decent role in Ruthless Boys, there's still kind of more to dig past her surface. So
nice. Yeah. And I realized I was reading Bone Witch, and I was 60 pages in, or 80 pages in, but it took me 3 weeks to get there, and I do think I will come back to it. I think it's just a little too slow when I'm so busy. When I'm busy like this, I need a book that's really done. So
yeah.
No, I mean just faster pace, I think. So I do want to keep reading it because it was interesting. I was kind of like, what actually did it for me. The reason I put that book down was like I I got to the part where she was like, accepted, and then she was like, and now I'm gonna be a maid, and I was like, I can't with this. I was like, I just don't want to watch like a child montage, even though it's like kind of part of the
Yeah.
story and whatever. I was
Yeah.
just like, let me just try Never Keep again
Yeah.
because, and also because I think we were talking, and I was like, maybe I should go back to
Mhm.
those damn sisters. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then I picked up Never Keep and kept pushed back the stupid exposition in the beginning, and it's very telly, and
Mhm.
there's like a scene one there's like a part where she's like being attacked and she
Mhm.
pauses to explain what her attacker looks like for like a page. And
You're
I was
like,
like,
"Nobody has
you're
time
just
for that."
not doing that. I get
Yeah.
he's got a handsome smile,
Mhm.
but like
Mhm.
shut the fuck up. Like
Punch him in the throat and be done.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
that kind of stuff bothers me a little bit, but it's also like could have bigger problems. The characters have
Yeah.
good chemistry and are interesting, or like things are. It is very fast paced. Like
Yeah.
that first scene felt a little slow because of all the exposition, but then like what actually happens in the first two chapters are like, or the first like 10 chapters are like crazy. So
Mhm.
it is interesting now, and the characters are very interesting, and the politics and the setup is very interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and it's fun. So yeah, and then story wise, I've got 5,000 words on my cozy fantasy that's
Nice.
not very cozy anymore. It is more like regular old fantasy or like dystopian kind of. Um, but it is fun. I
Mhm.
have a character who in my head I just picture him like Cassian vibes. Like
Okay.
not like a copy paste, but like there's something it's like something in the way he talks
Mhm.
that reminds me of Cassian. So I've just been like, yeah, that's his vibe. And
Nice.
he's kind of interesting. Um but I don't know. This is just fun. And then you said you didn't write this week, but you're kind of gearing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't written, and I think I've been too kind of into the reading side of things
Which
to
is writing. It will help you eventually.
yes. But I need to not lean into the voice of what I'm
Yeah.
writing or what I'm reading because I think there's that. But it has made me think about some of the things that I like hadn't fully flushed out. So I'm always thinking about it, but for some
Yeah.
reason I've been so very um drawn into the
Swept up.
characters
That's the
that
best feeling.
I'm
That's what we're always
like,
looking
I
for.
kind of don't miss my characters right now because I'm really obsessed with the ones that I'm reading about. And so
Yeah.
I need to miss my characters a little bit. But it also makes me realize that that means that I have some more character building to do to really fall in love with who I'm creating.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that yeah, I need to I was just thinking just in the car today. I was like, yeah, my girl's still too she's still too much of a goody two shoes because I'm a
Yeah.
goody two shoes.
Yeah.
And
I
I
need
need to give
to
her some fucking
Yeah,
personality and
I need Gideon to be
yeah.
darker. I need him to be way more rough around the edges. I need him to be a lot more morally gray.
Mhm.
I don't think that it makes any sense for what his power is and what he's been through for him to be like, "Oh,
Goody goody.
I'm just so sad." I need him to like be vengeful and a dick and cold and a little bit of
Yeah.
that, especially because as I'm reading different characters, that's who I'm drawn to, and so because I'm fucked up and I like the big red flags of characters, and I love when they turn all mushy and soft. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what I need to create. I need to create something that like is very rough and a little dark and
And
a
there's the
little,
ways you can make him like rough and like it's like, like maybe he is like it is rooted in like a deep sadness, but
yeah.
it's like so it's like, I'm sure it'll be that yeah.
Well, and I need to bring I need to bring a little more Darius into it, right? Like I need someone who has some fucked up background or even like I know we've been talking about Zodiac for fucking ever, but like that or even like Lance, right? Like a little bit of an Orion vibe where like he's kind of a dick and but
Yeah. Dude,
you
he
know?
actually is all the way
He
through. I'm like, "Being nice."
Yeah, no, he's a dick. And
Funny.
yeah, I don't know. I will say, side note, Lance in Zodiac Academy or Lance in Ruthless Boys, fucking 10 out of 10. Love him.
Really? Okay, that's
Love him.
interesting. Because yeah,
Yes.
he was fine, but,
I mean, I
yeah.
love him in Zodiac Academy, but, like, seeing him in Ruthless Boys, seeing him, like, in the, like, happy student zone, but there's a couple of, like, things that he says in there, like, "Oh, there's the professor." Like, he does a couple things and I'm like, "Ooh, that's his professor voice." I know what he's
Funny.
doing. But yeah, so I was like, I need Gideon to be more than just, like, sad emo boy. I need him to be a little more uh vengeful and wrathful and dark
Yeah.
and twisty, and then I need Ren to lean in a little bit more to the like stupid playful side. Like I need him to have a little bit more of that like smart ass, cocky, you know, the
Yeah.
kind of the fun one, I guess. And then Cormac is just my strong silent dad vibe, but and that's okay
Yeah.
for right now because that's all he needs to be right this second.
Yeah, yeah, and, yeah, he'll have more, but,
Mhm.
yeah, that's cool. Okay, so, okay, so, yeah, we're gonna start with one thing at a time from the top to the
Mhm.
bottom, and, like, go d
Yep.
like this?
Yeah.
Sorry, like this being left to right, top to bottom?
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, so we've got our
So
good
the
on the
so
top row, and then it goes lawful, neutral, chaotic, good. So the first one is lawful good.
Yeah. So the alignment chart is most prominently, at least what I'm aware of, is most prominently used within D&D for character building, and it is kind of where a character falls in the like good, neutral and evil scale.
Mhm.
And so that's how you build your like, your good guys and your bad guys and then your sort of supporting roles. And
Yeah,
so within each of the category of good, neutral and evil, you have lawful, neutral and chaotic. And so we'll go through each one with like a little bit of a definition and some examples and then we'll try to come up with characters that we have read that fit into that instead of going over the whole chart at once because that's a lot of
yeah,
information. We'll just kind of take it box by box
yeah.
and see what we see. I feel like we're not going to find a lot for lawful good or chaotic evil in the world of romantasy, but we'll see.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so
lawful
lawful
good.
good.
Lawful good is believes in honor, justice, and doing the right thing as expected by society and law. And so some of those examples are like Superman, Captain America, Aragorn, and Optimus Prime. So ones that are always doing the right thing for the greater good within the rules and laws. They don't ever break the law to do good.
Hmm.
And I don't know if we have any. I mean, Elaine's probably that, but
Would, no, I was gonna say, Geraldine, but she'll also break the law sometimes, but it's because she's actually upholding the law because she's a royalist.
yeah.
So is she, like, upholding the real law, and she's just so
I thought
committed to that
about
that
that, but
she's
she
actually,
also has some like chaotic ass energy.
She does, she does, okay.
I mean,
Well,
Geraldine actually might be a good example for lawful good.
yeah. What about, oh, I was gonna say, it all depends on the treachery. I was gonna say, maybe Lucian, because he's, like,
Yeah.
kind of well, you could at least say book 1 Lucian.
Mhm.
He was like, "Let's follow the rules,"
I would
you
say that
know?
I would put him in lawful neutral because he's not fighting for any good. He's just keeping his head down.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, when ultimate hero gets suppressed, they just become lawful good to lawful
Mhm.
neutral
Mhm.
good. Yeah, it is really hard to think of anybody who's lawful good.
Yeah, I can't think of any like Superman vibes in romanticities. Actually, oh, what is his name? Eugene Dipper. He's lawful good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't really know anything about. I know he's more prominent in Ruthless
Yeah,
Boys.
he is more prominent in Ruthless Boys. I would put him as a lawful good. Um,
Interesting.
Maybe it's just because he wears a cape. um
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's
I feel like
funny.
lawful good is too it doesn't work for the romantasy genre. And even with
Doesn't
like
work for
fantasy,
tension.
yeah, and even with like the like in the realm of like sci-fi fantasy, I don't even know. Like
It's just hard to believe.
mhm.
So I think it's I
Ned
think it's
Stark.
older
Ned
characters.
Stark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ned
And that's why
yeah.
he dies first fucking
Yes.
second. Yeah,
Yes.
people who die, right? Because it's more sad when they die a
Yeah.
tragic death.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. Ned Stark is definitely lawful good.
oh, probably Marissa,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily Hale.
Not Hale at all.
No, but Marissa. I was gonna say also, what about Gabriel? It's also weird. I feel like you have to like have some differences when it's like, well, if the plot is about the laws are bad and we have to get rid of this ruler,
Yeah,
can you
right.
really
And
say that going against those laws is lawful good,
yeah.
So like I'm like technically Gabriel breaks the law, but like but maybe he is
But
kind of
it's
like lawful
it's
good.
to yeah, it's to establish the rightful heirs.
Yeah. So do you think he's that? Or is he more just
No.
like okay, and you know more about him now
Yeah.
than I do.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but yeah, Marissa, and that makes sense for a dead person
Mhm. It does.
because that's all that's just what she wants to do, you know?
Oh, you know who it would be? Papa Groose.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Him and his
Oh, I mean,
gagging.
yeah, what the fuck is his first name?
Hamish.
Hamish, yeah. And really, like, the whole Groose family, I do think that, like, there's because in reality, they are loyalists. They are trying to establish the good and underneath the law. So, like, it really, I mean, it, yeah. They do some
Wilbur.
chaotic ass shit, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Wilbur
because
putting the
Wilbur
box
even just
back.
returned. Yeah, he gives the. Maybe I'll just put the Groose family, like, all together.
Yeah, so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
and then okay, neutral good.
Neutral good is believes in trying to do what's right, but is not bound by laws, societal norms, and traditions.
Yeah, that's like most protagonists, I think.
Yes.
Because, part of the plot is always like, I'm going to do the thing that I'm not supposed to do, but it's for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter, Spider-Man, Jason Bourne, Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Who else? Like, okay. I feel like,
That would be where like Gabriel is.
yeah.
That's where
Feyre,
mhm.
Reese, ish.
I think that Reese is more in the
Okay, what about a Hunt?
ooh,
He's kind of lawful.
because he's scared.
Yeah, so it's like a character flaw that he's lawful good.
It's a character lawful good is a character flaw. You heard it here.
Yeah, I think it's
Superman
a
is a
neutral
character
good
flaw.
for character
Yeah.
growth was going down on the
I think
yeah.
that Hunt wants to be lawful good, but he is neutral good.
Interesting.
But again,
Um,
it's so hard to think about like the lawful, neutral, chaotic in the terms of like bringing because all fantasy and in even romantasy to some extent is about bringing down tyrannical systems, and
yeah.
so to do that you have to fight against that, right? Like you,
Yeah,
it
but it's because you believe in the greater moral laws of
yeah,
the universe type shit, you know?
yeah,
Whereas like, someone like I'd say the twins are not really lawful at all because they
mm-mm.
do believe in higher morals, but they are also down for some sick payback. Like they
Yes.
want to like actually their purpose in the second book was to fuck some shit up. There was no
Oh
like
yeah, they're
we're gonna do this for the greater
absolutely
good.
yeah, they
Are
are.
they chaotic good?
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe Darcy's a little more neutral good.
Yeah, but still they live in yeah. I mean, we could even do that. We could put like Darcy in. We can separate them out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That like Darcy would go here, and then Tori would go more in the chaotic good.
What about Caleb?
Caleb would be neutral good.
Not lawful.
Oh,
He's kind of lawful.
he is.
He challenged his mom properly, and he like always is holding to vows and stuff.
That is true. That is true.
He's always holding to vows. Uh,
Yeah. Whereas like Max would be neutral good.
He seems like a rule follower too, actually. Like it seemed like
Really?
the reason
Oh,
he held out for so long was because he's like, "This is wrong. We're not
that
doing
yeah.
this." You know, it seemed almost like I don't know,
What is his last name? Why am I drawing a blank here?
Rigulus.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Isn't the same name as that Asteri?
As what?
Isn't there an Asteri named Rigulus? Oh,
Yeah,
it's not Rigulus. It's Rigels.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would put neutral good would be like
Lance?
no.
Oh,
Lance,
okay.
dark magic, he's chaotic good.
Oh, true. I'm trying to think of like
Seth would be here.
No, Seth is chaotic good.
You think
Mr.
so?
Fucking
No, just
candy
because
bar
Seth
game.
is an idiot.
Mr. Thunder, I'm gonna get you back with your girlfriend. That is so chaotic.
That's fair.
Chaotic good. I mean, he probably is actually like, you know, he is truly neutral, probably.
Well, yeah,
but
because
his actions are
he's
chaotic.
neutral good. But yes, but like he believes he's trying to do what's right.
Yes, he's just
It's
wrong.
chaotic good, whereas it's not about what's doing right. It believes in following their own conscience.
But he
Their
is following
own
his own
morals.
conscience when he tries to get them back together. He's just like misjudging it. You know? That's him thinking he's doing a good job.
Yeah, but yes, but I feel like the difference is that like trying to do what's right. Yeah, I don't know. The neutral good and the chaotic good definitions seem a little.
It's hard also in a series where it's like more humorous, so people tend to be more chaotic.
Yeah,
because that's clearly also for those things are for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like Seth is more neutral good because he would not do like he's not gonna push the boundaries the same way as like Darius and Lance do.
Yeah, true. Although, yeah, Caleb. Well, let's say Caleb and his coven.
Yeah, but he didn't want that.
Yeah.
And the only time that he ever uses it is to fight that war, and he's totally fine with like never doing it again. And Lance is like, I need to make a star vow to never do this again because I'm gonna want to do this again.
So funny. Okay. So chaotic good. That's what we haven't talked about that officially yet. We just started kind of talking about it.
Yeah. So chaotic good would be believes in following their conscience with little regard for the laws or what others expect, versus just not being bound by them, pushing boundaries as opposed to saying there are no boundaries.
Nesta.
I'm okay with that. Nesta is a chaotic.
Mm-hmm. Where does Azriel and Cassian fall in these? Is Cassian lawful? And where's Reese? Is he chaotic? That's hard.
Reese is neutral good. He believes he's trying to do what's right and not just following his own conscience.
Okay, that is a good point. Yeah, Caleb said he's like a trickster. So, but yeah, he does think by this definition, he does believe that he is doing the right things.
E at the end of his name like a psycho. I would even put like Cassian and Azriel even in neutral good.
Yeah. They're not quite lawful, but they're probably
no.
Well, maybe we'll see some shit in book 6 for some chaotic good from Azriel, because I could see that. He's got
I could too. Yeah.
His wings hold all the secrets.
Yeah, but like the little regard for the law, no, because Reese is the law, and he has very big regards for that.
He has building tensions with Reese.
It's true. Well, yeah, but I think as we've seen so far, I think they are here.
Okay, interesting.
But I think it's going to get muddy when we start getting to the neutral spaces, because.
Yeah, should we go to the neutral?
Yeah, so lawful neutral believes in the rule of law, but isn't swayed by those in need or the temptation of evil. That's Lucian.
Isn't swayed by those in need? That's a hard thing to say about a character.
No, it's like I
guess it's Lucian when he's like, There's nothing I
Lucian
can do,
isn't going
Feyre.
to. I don't think that Lucian is going to fight for human rights. Like, he's not going to fight for Fae rights, right? Lucian
Yeah.
is going to be the one that
He
is
was
like,
hella
but
Republican
he's
about
not.
that water
Yeah,
race.
yeah, yeah. And he's not going to like lean into evil either. It's like he's staying in the middle. He's like, I'm alive. I'm gonna do my job.
That is
I'm
evil,
gonna
by the way. I'm just kidding.
well, yes, right. All it takes for evil to
In the
survive is
real
for
world.
good people to do nothing. Yeah, but and that's what he's the one that turns the eye. He's the one who doesn't watch the news because he can't do anything about it anyways, right?
It doesn't affect him.
Exactly. That's Lucian.
His spring court
And he
homes
might
are
and
just
yeah, and
fine.
he might feel a little
I
bit
say.
bad about it, but he doesn't do anything, right? So like
No.
he can't be like he can, right, like when they're like, "Oh, well he said that he felt bad for Fair." Yes, but he was not swayed by that.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So we're putting him in lawful neutral?
Mhm.
Who else is neutral? I guess like the Weaver and the Bone Carver.
They're evil. What are you talking about?
Not really. They're neutral.
The
They just
Weaver is
they're
chaotic evil.
You think so?
Yes, believes
She
in
just seems like
arbitrary.
she just wants whatever the fuck she wants.
She is exactly that. She believes in arbitrary. I mean, yeah, arbitrary violence, meaning like anybody comes to my land, I'm gonna eat you. And why is she stuck in the middle? Why is she stuck in her cottage? The bone carver stuck in the thing?
They just seem not evil enough. And they do fight in the war for them, but I think it's
Well,
because
then
like
maybe they would be chaotic neutral if nothing else. Where like they believe in their own personal freedoms and following their own desires on a whim and they don't give a shit.
yeah.
But I don't know. I
Okay.
feel like they're more in the I mean, I guess when you fight for the war, but even that was a bargain. They didn't do it out of the goodness of their hearts.
Yeah. But I don't know if that makes them evil. It just makes them self-interested, neutral, I think. Like, and well, here's the thing: is that it's also hard to say that anyone's evil because, like, when we come down to it, when we think about real humans, do we really think people? I mean, there are definitely people who are evil, but like, there's this weird like side of it where you're like, but is anyone truly evil all the way down in their heart? No, maybe after 40 years of being
But their
fucking evil
actions.
and you're
But their
lost and your
actions.
soul
Well,
is marred. But like, if you're a baby, you could become a good person. Like it's like a weird.
yeah, but I think it's about like the motivations, right? The things that what is their moral compass? So it doesn't have to be this like ingrained evil, but it's the moral compass of it,
Yeah,
right?
I think I just have a hang up calling people straight up evil. But yeah, that's probably how we have to think about it.
Yeah, we can say bad.
No, I know, but it's like I don't know. I always have all these like associations. But okay, so we were
I mean,
talking.
we're still at lawful
Is there anyone
neutral.
who's lawful neutral? Isn't swayed by by those in need is a crazy thing to be. That seems evil
Mhm.
to me. Nova appears this way.
Mhm.
What about Stella? No, she's evil. But well,
Stella?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cause it feels like she's not really like into like let's do the fucking pogroms, but she's also not like she is like helping him. But she seems like she just wants to
I
fuck.
think she's a neutral evil.
Uh okay. Oh yeah,
Lawful
yeah, yeah.
neutral, I feel like would be you know who starts out as a lawful neutral?
Hmm.
Max from
Oh yes.
uh-huh.
Yes, that okay, that's see,
Uh
it's always a starting character, like a
yeah,
final
yeah.
endgame character, it's never that.
What is his last name? Barleone.
Barleone!
Barleone.
uh,
Swimming with the fishes.
uh-huh. Dude.
Yeah.
His name is so silly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, lawful neutral.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm done. Fucking
What about
done.
Araya? Is Araya lawful neutral when we meet her? She just wants to kill people. But, well, no, she is
No,
doing it to help people in
she
need.
would yeah, she'd be neutral good.
Okay. Yeah, that's hard to think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, true neutral is
Boring and what most people are, to be very honest.
believes in doing what seems best at the time and avoids taking sides or moral arguments. Kill the centrist. Centrism is just a defense. It's literally nothing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or ignorance. Like I don't know what to
Honestly,
do
for
and I don't want
humans,
to find out, so I'm gonna
yeah,
just say I'm in the middle.
which is crazy because like most people who actually we should actually take a quiz. Um, most people fall in true neutral, like just humans every day.
Interesting. Well, I also think like people want to believe that like it is everything is a balance and there's
Mhm.
not it's not one extreme or the other. It's actually everyone's a little right. Like people want to believe in that
Uh-huh.
tidy story of the
Yeah.
world. There's not an evil empire and that
Yeah.
actually we just need to we have everything in moderation. Because that sounds like there's I'm sure that's the name of some fallacy. I should know my fallacies better, but I don't. But
I think this is a lane so far.
true neutral.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, she's not really trying to
At
help
least at
him.
least early in the series. Elaine
Yeah.
starts here. She believes that she's doing what's right, but she's never gonna take a side.
Is Nesta trying to do that at first too? When she's like, "You can't come to my house. What are you, stupid?"
No, I think that's more
She's too strong of a personality to be neutral. Anything.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She would be
Uh,
chaotic good at that point. She would still be chaotic good because, like, she believes in what she's fought, like, her own conscience, which is to protect Elaine. Yeah, like, she's not based on doing what's right or what's wrong in the grand scheme of things. She's believing what she thinks is right, and what she thinks is right is protecting Elaine.
okay. Okay. Yeah. There's a really, from what I remember, a really interesting Mistborn character who might be true neutral, and then it's a character flaw, and they fix that
Yeah.
eventually. Um.
The example is Dr. Manhattan, the Dude, Treebeard, and the Watcher, and I only am really familiar with the Dude from
I
that
don't know
list.
any of those except Treebeard. And Treebeard, that makes sense for because that's the Ent from Lord of the Rings, and
Oh, okay,
he's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so ancient that he's kind of like, you bitches do what you do. We got to go to war because it's helping us,
The
but we don't really.
the stars.
They're chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Maybe
No, but I
fall
think
into
they're like
one too many whims.
you think so?
But
I feel like they think they are doing what is best at the time.
I think they tell themselves they're true neutral, but they're actually chaotic neutral or fucking chaotic evil. That's the story we tell ourselves is we're true neutral.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I think this is hard to do because I don't believe people are actually neutral. It's just the positioning. Maybe yeah,
I'm just trying
because
to think of
they
any like
clearly fuck
it,
some people over.
I'm trying to think of any
And
like god characters would if they would fall into this that like they believe they're doing what's right and they don't give a shit about or but they won't take sides in in a moral argument.
what about like Deanna from Throne of Glass? We don't really know enough about them, those
Yeah.
gods.
I think the gods in Throne of Glass are chaotic neutral, if anything. They believe in their personal freedom and following their own desires and whims. Yeah.
Yeah,
Placing, yeah. Be like, you need to be nameless for us to go back to our world? That's some chaotic neutral shit.
yeah, yeah. I cannot figure out anyone who's true neutral, and certainly not anybody who stays true neutral.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a starting character flaw. I mean, oh, okay. I don't know where it was. I was listening to someone talking about Lord of the Rings the other day, like on a TikTok or something. They're
Hmm.
talking about how like the I don't remember what it was. It was like some critique about how they were critiquing someone else's critique of Frodo, and they were
Hmm.
like, the point is that he's some guy who is living in a fantasy world that's untouched by evil, and he has to like the evil comes to his door and he has to go out and do it. So he's like maybe someone who starts out as trying to like as true neutral, but
Yeah.
the story is him moving away from
Sansa.
that.
Sansa starts out true neutral.
I don't know enough about the show arc, but
Fair. Fair. Well, let's
I
think
don't know.
about chaotic neutral, believe in their own personal freedoms, and follow their own desires and whims.
Most god characters probably.
Yeah. I think that this is where the bone carver is and the weaver.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you were arguing for them being evil, right?
Yeah, but I think that, I mean, if we're not going to call them evil, then I think that this would be the only other place for them to be.
I mean, okay, I think like the Weaver, like if you think, oh, she attacked Feyre, but like Feyre was in her house.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe she'll like,
Yeah.
and I don't think like she's like, I love I love evil and I need some more of it. She just seems like I don't know, she's swatting a fly.
I think because we don't know why they are where they're at and whether or not it's a punishment. Because the
Yes.
bone carver says that he wants to be in the prison,
Yeah.
right? He's hiding from his siblings. So I'm like, that
Yeah.
seems like maybe there's a level of not evil there. But
Yeah,
because
maybe the siblings are actually evil.
mm-hmm.
um where does someone like Gollum fall?
Mm.
It must be some kind of evil, but maybe not. Especially not the book version. I don't remember the movie as
Maybe
well.
neutral evil, believes in taking what they want and are untroubled by who they hurt or what laws they break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Gollum would be.
Yeah, chaotic neutral.
Who just does whatever the fuck they want and doesn't care.
Is this like the rich bitches? The merchants and like people who get rich off of wars and stuff? Like
Could be.
there is a character I just met in Neverkeep who's kind of like this, but I feel like there's something more to them. But I'm trying to think of like who profits like no, Vard is evil.
Vard is evil.
I was gonna say he's almost like just using uh like it's all well he does believe in the ideology too. I was thinking he doesn't really believe in the ideology. He just wants a place to like do his fucked experiments, but that's also
Yeah,
his experiments are evil.
but it's still
Yeah.
evil. Because neutral is like it doesn't matter if it's like you're following your own whim. If it does good or if it does evil, doesn't matter. You're just doing what you want.
Jack Sparrow, Deadpool, Rick Sanchez,
Yeah, which
cute.
means that you could sometimes be doing so in the neutral category means that you could sometimes be doing good, but you could also sometimes be doing bad. That
Hmm.
you're not leaning one way or the other.
Okay, what about
Affy? Effie?
Effie? That character from Daughter of No Worlds? Because
Yeah.
a lot of it's vengeance, but also there's some. Well, maybe it's too hard. Maybe that's too untraditional of a character to know.
Mm. I think she would start out lawful neutral, but then Riche is chaotic evil.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. What about what's his name? From Daughter of No Worlds, the well, no. I keep thinking of people. Well, the guy who came and gave her the book. Who she is. First guy who went crazy. Who is the big guy in charge when she gets to the island?
Oh yeah, who kills the princess or whatever?
Yeah, it's something that starts with a Z. But is he? He's
Yeah,
probably more actually chaotic. Well, but he's also kind of like indifferent in a weird way.
yeah.
He's just like, oh well, but maybe it's
Yeah, but he's trying to take power, so I feel like that can't be full neutral.
okay. True, true, true. Oh, what about Nura? She
Mm.
always thinks she's doing the right thing.
She would be lawful neutral.
Yeah, she's actually a good example of not
Yeah.
swayed by those in need. Jesus.
Yeah. And following doing it within the laws, within her role.
Yeah, I feel lame that I cannot think of any chaotic neutrals. I think chaotic and neutral are fucking. That's an oxymoron. It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It just means that their outcome is not good or bad.
What was that? That's
Or it could be
hard.
both.
Yeah.
You know who looks like this at the beginning? Who is not at all, but who tries to portray this? Bryce. Bryce wants people to think she's chaotic neutral. That she's a dumb party girl.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
That's what Bryce wants the world to think she is. So then lawful evil believes in taking what they want within the limits of laws or personal code. That'd be Darth Vader, Thanos, the Punisher, Dolores Umbridge.
I only know Umbridge. I don't really know Vader specifically.
Got it. It's within the law, right? So like a lawful evil character would be
Lionel? He also goes against the law, but he does use the law to fuck shit up. And he waited a long time because he was like, I have to do wait a long time to like fuck the law up. So
yeah, I'm okay with Lionel being there.
or maybe at least that's where he starts. Is like
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to follow the rules.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he's trying to take the throne, right? So like he's trying to do it within the system of the law. and push those boundaries and make more laws. So he's doing it
Yes.
within the system. Yeah.
Yeah. What about that brother in One Dark Window?
Mhm.
Or the main
The king?
Yeah, that's
The
lawful evil.
Pine King? What
What's
is
his
the
name?
Rowan King? The
Yes.
Rowan King. The Rowan
Yeah,
King?
Rowan.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, what about that fucking uncle?
What fucking uncle?
What is his
Oh,
name?
you know who is a really good example of this actually? Is fucking the Dorian's dad, the King Haviliard. So it's not Erwin who's in him. Erwin is in Parrington.
Really?
Yeah, because Erwin still lives even after the king dies.
I thought you just like got out.
Nope, Erwin has been in Parrington the whole time, and his brother was in the Haviliard King. But King Haviliard, like, I mean, regardless of who's in there, like his role, he's lawful evil for sure.
Yeah. Uncle
Sure,
who traded the card, by the way. Who sold his Ion's dad. That's what I was trying to think of.
That could work too.
But maybe he's
Yeah, but I feel like that's more of
neutral
like,
evil.
yeah. So neutral evil believes in taking what they want and are untroubled by who they hurt or the laws that they break. And that would be Cersei Lannister, Jabba the Hutt, Lord Voldemort.
Voldemort is neutral evil?
Yeah. It's more calculated, right? The chaotic evil just believes in arbitrary violence. Just fuck it. Just kill whoever, whenever. Just
Okay.
it doesn't give a shit. Voldemort still has there's calculation to it, and there's a like goal of being evil, right? As opposed to just
Hmm.
putting evil into the world. Like he wants to be the fucking supreme fucking ruler or whatever. Would
Most villains fall into this.
yeah, do we think that Daddy, what's that character?
Oh no, she's chaotic evil.
Yeah,
She's
I
all
thought
about
so too.
vengeance.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Oh, I will say that there is a scene in Ruthless Boys that has Claire in it before she is whatever.
Clara?
And yeah,
Orion? Oh yeah. Okay.
yes. And she calls Lionel Daddy.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's
Mm-hmm.
gross.
Yep.
So what villains do we have?
Hybern? Amarantha.
She's also driven by vengeance though. It's a big part of it. Is like lust for Tamlin and vengeance for her sister.
That's fair. And yeah, she's just like, fuck it.
Hybern. Hybern, yeah, Hybern is probably. What about Maeve? She's kind of neutral evil, right? She's just like,
Yep.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Erewhon, right?
Mm-hmm. No. Well,
And the Asteri are kind of also like, they're just like, we need to suck your magic out of you.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the Asteri would be neutral evil. I feel like Erwin might actually be lawful evil.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit if he
I
breaks
mean, maybe
laws.
while he's trying to fly under the radar in a body, he's like
Yeah, but once he's
lawful, but
out,
he's
once
like
he's
leader.
out, he's yeah.
Okay, would Manon be chaotic neutral? Sorry, I just thought about her. Because it's definitely at least when we meet her. Maybe she turns chaotic good, but she is just doing what she wants and following her own whims, right?
No, she's lawful neutral because she follows the law of she's bound by the laws
Oh,
of the coven. And then she turns into
chaotic.
chaotic good.
Okay.
Yeah. So Manon starts off lawful neutral. Manon, sorry.
I know, I always say Manon.
And then ends up as chaotic good.
Yeah.
Or she end up being neutral good because she believes that what she's trying to do is right. No, she doesn't give a shit if it's right or wrong. She'll do it because, like, she'll do whatever. Like, I feel like the difference between the neutral good and the chaotic good is like believing and trying to do what's right. Like that's like that even what I'm doing still fits within the moral compass of like
Doesn't care
this is
about
the
that.
right thing to do.
Yeah.
Even if it breaks the law for good. Where I feel like the chaotic is like, no, this is what needs to happen.
Yes.
And I don't care about the law. And what needs to happen, even if it's the fucking yielding, right, will be for the greater good. Well, is an act of good. Yeah,
Okay.
Manon ends up in chaotic good for sure.
Speaking of, does that make grandma not neutral evil or lawful evil?
Yes.
It's funny just
Lawful,
calling her
lawful
grandma.
sorry. Well, that's all we know her by is
Yeah.
the blue
My
blood matron,
grandmother.
right?
Yeah.
Or she's no Iron Teeth.
Yeah. What is Tamlin?
Tamlin? Oy.
Because, like, do we call him evil for just being
No,
an
no.
asshole? Maybe he's an asshole when he's the villain of that book.
I feel like he's true neutral.
Avoids taking sides. That is interesting. Does he avoid taking sides? Yeah, I guess he was like considering siding with, or he did help Hybern out actually.
Mm-hmm. Believes in doing what seems best.
Okay, so are we talking about Tamlin as High Lord or Tamlin as Feyre's boyfriend fiance?
I
Because
think I think it's I think it's the same.
well, because I feel like as a fiance he's like evil, but as like a ruler he's probably more neutral, maybe, but maybe not. I don't know.
But I don't think that he's evil even in I think that's the thing that sucks about Tamlin the most is that he is neutral.
Uh,
He's
oh,
not
he is.
fighting for good or evil, he's fighting for himself. That's neutral.
That's a good case for it.
He's
Yeah.
not fighting for a better world, but he's also only siding with Hybern to get what he wants out of it. So he's willing to lean into the bad. He's willing to lean into the good for whatever it does for his own gain. That's neutral.
Damn. Okay.
And he has a little bit of a conscience, right? Believes in what what it seems best at the time. But he will not I mean, and even when he is fighting for the war, I still think it's still pretty neutral. It's what was the best at the time. It's not great for him if Hybern wins the war. So he's going to side with Prithian. And that's why he and Elaine are mates.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I think that he's true neutral. I think he's all about himself. He's too selfish to be good or evil.
That is interesting.
What?
Okay, so wait, let's talk about chaotic evil first. I think this is any villain who's honestly, what's interesting is that these are the villains that you always relate to because they're always driven by sadness, loss, treachery. They're like someone who like the Joker is just like a fucking abused kid.
Yeah, well, so the definition here that is more extensive, it says chaotic evil refers to the disobeying of social norms and destructive behaviors. People with this alignment have a tendency to cause chaos and harm to others without concern for the law or norms. They believe in fulfilling their own desires and pleasures without concern for the consequences of their actions. They act impulsively and take risks to achieve their desired goals. They do not believe in trust and loyalty, and when they have to build they don't believe in loyalty or trust when they have to build interpersonal relationships. They do not feel empathy and have no sympathy for others. They take pleasure in causing pain or the suffering of others.
That really fits Lionel.
No, no, Lionel
No,
is lawful
take
evil.
pleasure, doesn't trust.
No. Because he may not trust, but lawful evil is Lionel, refers to an individual who is willing to use order and authority to achieve their goals. They often are manipulative and exploit the legal systems to serve their interests. They see power and control as an important tool for achieving their goals. They respect authority and understand the importance of rules and laws in maintaining social norms. They use strategic thinking and engage in manipulation for long term consequences. They also They're often Machiavellian in their approach and use cunning to achieve objectives. They do not hesitate to sacrifice others for their personal gain and use fear and intimidation to control others.
Okay.
That's Lionel.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So because chaotic evil is the only one we haven't really talked about, right? I
Mm-hmm.
still think they do. I think of the evils, I think these are the villains that we do relate to the most because we're like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Roche, you're like understandable.
Yeah.
Uh, Amarantha, not real. You could.
I don't know that Amarantha is really a chaotic evil. I think that she might actually be like a neutral evil. Refers
But
to the individual who is self-centered and willing to engage in actions that are primarily for personal gain. They do not prioritize the well-being of others, rather they believe in their own well-being. They are naturally skilled in manipulation and deception. They prioritize power over emotions and they do not hesitate to hurt others.
yeah, but she is ultimately most
Yeah.
driven by her emotions.
And like not believing in trust and loyalty when building bonds, has no empathy or sympathy. Yeah, she's chaotic evil for sure. We put Roche in chaotic evil as well, right?
Yeah.
I think we've got a good little list.
Oh, Lavinia is the other one here.
Oh yeah.
It was like there's somebody that we're really forgetting. There's a bunch more too.
Who? Oh.
There's probably like a bunch more that we're just not thinking of.
Mm-hmm. Who? What? There's another. I was like, what other bad bad person are we thinking about? I'm trying
Oh,
to think of other.
Nyaxia.
Yeah.
Because she's like,
Do
grieving.
you think she's neutral evil or is she chaotic evil?
Chaotic. Because all of it just goes back to what's his Eller's. Oh, where is Vincent actually?
Let's see. Lawful neutral refers to individuals who adhere to the orders of law, often guided by personal code of conduct and a set of laws. They believe in order, structure, and social norms and value an environment where everyone adheres to their role and responsibilities. They believe in following established laws and rules. They do not give priority to personal feelings over their duty and responsibilities. They are loyal to organizations and institutions and value discipline. They expect strict discipline from others and prioritize productivity and respect for authority. They also emphasize following traditions and customs.
Yeah, that's Vincent, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because he's not about the greater good, but he's also not about being evil. Like, he's like, this is the power that I have, and I'm going to maintain it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we have a good list. Ooh, Baron. Where's Baron? Baron's a neutral.
He's got to be some kind of evil, right?
No, Baron's neutral.
What?
He doesn't want Hybern winning. Baron's about himself. I think the neutral is like, it's a selfish thing. Baron's neutral. He does fucked up shit, but not for the greater good and not to be evil. Baron might be in the same category as Tamlin.
That's interesting. Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's take this 5-minute test real quick to figure out where our moral alignment is.
Okay, perfect. See if I have morals. Are you taking it right now?
Yeah. It takes like 3 to 5 minutes, it said.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Chaotic good.
I got neutral good.
Yeah.
All right. You got lawful good? No, you got chaotic
good.
That tracks. So Ally refers to individuals. All right. So Ally is an individual who is morally good, but tend to refuse to adhere to social values or norms. They always resist bonding themselves to adhere strict rules and laws. They always try to promote the well-being of others and try to fight injustice without any intention of personal gain. They have a strong desire to bring positive changes in society and fight for oppression, even by breaking the established norms. They believe in personal freedoms and autonomy. They desire to bring changes in society where they feel controlled or dictated. They also use methods to take risks to achieve goals, and they perceive good for the well-being of everyone. Yeah, that's you. I am neutral good because I'm a mom. So neutral good refers to behaviors or tendencies valuing kindness and the well-being of others. They are naturally desirable to do what is morally right. If the societal norms conflict with their moral principles, they may refuse to follow them, while people with lawful good characteristics may follow the law and code of conduct strictly. People in neutral good may refuse to adhere to them if they perceive the rules as hindering their abilities to do good. The priority is personal freedom, equality, and striving to make positive changes for the well-being of others. Yeah.
Seem no different than mine.
Because I'm not going to break the big laws to bring about change.
I probably wouldn't either, but I would want to, and I would also vote to get those laws
Well,
taken
yes.
out.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd be like not mad if someone else did it, but I don't know. That's why I always say I'm like a
I
little
think
bitch. I'm
there's
not putting my neck on the line yet, and I probably
Yeah,
should,
but
but
I think that you are quicker to fight the injustices, where
yeah.
I am quicker to acknowledge the injustice and then weigh whether or not I want to, like, you know, I'm like, I'm more of like well, give me both sides and then I'll tell you where I fall.
Oh,
As
yeah. I
opposed,
got
yeah,
tired of that, so now I'm like, fuck you.
yeah. But yeah, that was fun. At least I'm not neutral anything because I feel like that right now, that we neutral is evil right now.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we gotta
maybe
be
it
fighting.
always was.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I
Maybe
don't
that's why
know. I
we
can't name a time when there wasn't an empire being evil to some group.
Mhm. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But this is also helpful when it starts like comes to building our own people, right? Because then we can start thinking about like, well, what is a more compelling villain, right? One who's lawful evil who works within the systems, or is it someone who's chaotic evil, right? Who's because you want compelling villains. You want people that, you know,
Mhm.
that you hate, like want to hate. Um and then, you know, maybe making some of the characters who are just, I feel like the best way to make characters that people are going to be frustrated with, like a Tamlin, is to make them neutral. And I think that that's genius to do that. It's like the people who you're like, they just don't give a shit. They don't, like, they'll be on the good side, they'll be on the bad side, and like that's what's infuriating about them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that
Yeah.
was fun. Next week, we're going to do a writing
Yes,
exercise.
we are.
And then the week after that, we're going to harp on some patriarchal values within romanticides and see,
Yeah.
does the fantasy romantasy genre push against patriarchal values and push for feminism, I guess, or do they actually fall victim to patriarchal values? And it'll be
I'm
an
sure
interesting
it's both
conversation.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course it's both. But we'll talk
Yeah.
about ones that maybe fall a little bit harder for that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, so till then, keep reading.
Keep writing. See you next week.